Have you ever wondered how there are bear species on this planet that are both terrifying and adorable at the same time? From the giant polar bears struggling with melting ice, to the small bears that climb trees like monkeys. Today I'm going to take you on a trip around the world to meet the 8 most wonderful bear species. Each species has its own story, both magical and thought-provoking. After listening, you will definitely see that nature is truly miraculous, and a bit sad, too. Let's start this adventure together. Imagine you are standing in the middle of the icy Arctic region with cutting winds and temperatures dropping to -50°C. Suddenly, a giant white shadow glides past. That is the polar bear Mytos, the largest bear species on the planet and the true apex predator of the Arctic. Males can weigh up to 700 kilograms, equivalent to a small motorcycle. Their fur looks snow white, but each strand is a transparent tube that helps absorb the weak sunlight to the maximum. Black skin underneath, a fat layer up to 11 centimeters thick, minus all a perfect armor for swimming in skin-cutting cold water. They can swim more than 100 kilometers without rest, and can smell a seal through a 1-meter thick ice layer from nearly 2 kilometers away. Their still hunting technique is truly terrifying, lying completely still for hours next to the seal's breathing hole, then lunging out with horrifying power. These wonderful adaptations are now betraying them. Sea ice melts earlier each year, hunting season shortened by 3 weeks or more. Many mother bears don't have enough fat to get pregnant and raise cubs. Some populations have decreased by up to 40% in just a few decades. Polar bears are not only a symbol of the cold wilderness, but also the clearest warning about the climate change we are facing. From the harsh icy region, I want to fly you straight down to the hot humid tropical forests of Southeast Asia to meet the pocket superhero, meet a sun bear, also known as the dog bear. Weighing only 27 to 65 kilograms, the size of a large dog, but never underestimate them. They possess the longest tongue in the bear family, up to 25 centimeter minus, almost as long as a ruler. This tongue is the secret weapon to suck honey, extract insects from deep inside termite and beehives. On their chest is a golden orange sun-shaped spot, and each individual has a completely different shape, like a unique fingerprint. They are extremely good at climbing trees, even building their own sleeping nests on treetops just like orangutans. They sleep during the day and are active at night to avoid the sweltering heat. The tropical forest they've shared home is disappearing at a horrifying speed because of palm oil plantations. Sun bears are hunted for their bile, paws, and gallbladders. Many are caged in bile farms, living in horrific conditions. The smallest bear species in the world is one of the most heavily threatened species. Let's switch scenes to hot India, where the sloth bears look like living vacuum cleaners. Shaggy long fur, flexible long snout, soft lips, and especially no upper incisors, mibers, all designed to create an extremely strong suction tube. They can completely close their nostrils to prevent ants from entering while sucking termites and ants. The slurp slurp sound when eating echoes hundreds of meters, the noisiest among all bear species. 80% of their food is insects. The cutest thing is how mother sloth bears carry their cubs on their back for 6 to 9 months, the cubs clinging tightly to the thick fur like Velcro. But precisely because of poor eyesight and easily startled nature, sloth bears cause the most human attacks in India, not because they are aggressive, but because humans and bears are increasingly crowding into the same space. Now I take you to the majestic Andes Mountains of South America, where the only bear species of this continent lives, the spectacled bear. The creamy white spots around the eyes and snout look like wearing a pair of glasses, and each individual has a completely different pattern. They are the second most herbivorous species after giant pandas. Super tree climbers can sit on branches 30 meters high and build their own dining table by breaking branches into a sturdy platform. Only about 13,000 individuals left, scattered across the mountains, their homes shrinking due to coffee, cattle ranching, and agriculture. They are living proof that even in the world of jaguars and pumas, gentleness and adaptation can still be a survival strategy. Back to Asia, I especially want to tell more details about the moon bear, or white-chested bear. The white crescent mark on the chest is like a symbol. They are the best tree climbers in the bear family, spending nearly half their lives in trees, as intelligent as chimpanzees in tests. But their greatest tragedy is that thousands are caged in bloody bile farms across Asia. Many are rescued, but their bodies are destroyed, unable to be released back to the forest. Each crescent mark on their chest reminds us of the pain humans have caused. Now I want to spend time telling more deeply about one of the cutest and most famous bear species in the world, the giant panda. This is the bear that should not exist according to scientific logic. Belonging to the carnivore family, but choosing to eat up to 99% bamboo, they must spend 12 to 16 hours each day just chewing and swallowing 12 to 38 kilograms of bamboo, because their digestive system absorbs less than 17% of nutrients. To compensate, they developed a false thumb, Miss an enlarged wrist bone acting as an opposable thumb, helping them grasp bamboo branches with unusual dexterity. In giving birth, the tiny cubs weigh only 90 to 30 grams, like a small banana, pink, blind, and completely helpless. The mother must care for them extremely carefully in a dark den. Currently, only about 1,864 individuals live in the wild, mainly in the bamboo forests of Sichuan, Shanxi, and Gansu provinces, China. Bamboo forests frequently die off in natural cycles, forcing entire panda groups to migrate to find new food. Climate change is altering bamboo sprouting times, directly threatening their survival. Giant pandas teach us a profound lesson. Sometimes the hardest, least efficient path is the one we choose, and we still resiliently survive through millions of years. Next are the true warriors of North America, the grizzly bear or brown bear. These are nature's power machines. An adult weighs from 130 to 700 kilograms. Sprinting at speeds up to 56 kilometers /h. They have a giant muscle hump on their shoulders that gives terrifying front leg strength, claws up to 10 centimeters long that can flip a 90-kilogram rock like flipping a pillow. Their sense of smell is 700 times stronger than humans, detecting food from over 30 kilometers away. Have you ever seen images of grizzly bears standing in Alaska rivers catching salmon? That's not just a beautiful scene, but the moment they store fat to prepare for 5-7 months of hibernation. Their heart rate drops from 40 beats per minute to only 8 beats. They don't eat, don't drink, and don't even excrete during that entire time. But the life of grizzly bears is becoming increasingly difficult. Habitat loss due to agriculture, increasing conflicts with humans, salmon and berry sources changing due to climate. Although protected in many places, they are still hunted in some areas. Grizzly bears represent primitive wild strength, and they deserve absolute respect. As for American black bears, they are completely different. Python. They are masters of adaptation and living with humans.
Population about 900,000 individuals, widely distributed across 32 U.S. states, all of Canada and parts of Mexico.
They are not always black, can be brown, cinnamon, blonde, gray, even white like the spirit bears in British Columbia. They are amazingly intelligent, remember good food source locations from year to year, know how to open house doors, open honey jars, even use sticks to scratch or stones to mark territory. 85% of food is plants, but they are willing to eat anything beneficial. In winter they hibernate 3-7 months. Cubs are born in snow dens. However, the biggest threat to black bears is humans. They often enter residential areas looking for trash bins, bird feeders, pet food. Many are called nuisance bears, captured and relocated, or even euthanized. Vehicle collisions are increasing. But thanks to their wisdom, black bears have become the most successful bear species in coexisting with humans. They remind us that if we know how to yield and manage waste well, humans and bears can completely live together in peace. All these 8 bear species, big or small, living in ice or tropical forests, are all trying to survive in a world that is increasingly cramped due to humans. They are intelligent, resilient, and full of emotions. Every time I look at them, I don't just see strength or cuteness. I see the whole story of adaptation, of perseverance, and also the reminder that nature is not something to conquer, but something we must learn to coexist with. Which bear species did you like the most among the 8 today? Comment below and share with me. If you want to hear more about other strange animal species, or want me to tell more deeply about any bear species, please like this video, share with friends, and subscribe to the channel so I have motivation to make more quality videos. Thank you for listening until the very end. Please preserve habitats, because every bear species deserves to exist on this planet. Goodbye and see you in the next video.